Stop number 15 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Riverside Raceway in Riverside, California, as we're set for the second road course race of the season, the second of three, that is. We've already done Sonoma, and now we're on to the other California road course. It's the running of the Budweiser 400 as we're set for 12 laps of action on this 2.62 mile road course. 400ths of a mile shorter than the length of Talladega. So, anyway, let's get the starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole, it is Cole Deaver in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet. He's flanked by Charles Sanford in car number 24. Cole has not yet won a season. Charles has won the season that came at Texas. Second row has Kyle Matthews in 42. Is on the outside of the row. Inside of him is Levi McIntyre in car number 99 in the Office Depot Ford. Third row has the hottest driver on the tour right now, as far as being on a hot streak is concerned, Jessica Shelton, the number 17 DeWalt Tools Ford. She's won 3 of her last 4 in races, and she's won 4 times overall. She's looking to extend that streak possibly. She's alongside number 32. That is Zachary Fitzwater in the Tide Pontiac, excuse me. Going to row number 4 has car number 5. That's Seth Cole in the Kellogg's CarQuest Chevrolet. And number 88, Keith Batson, who won Talladega this season. Seth's win, by the way, came at Richmond. Going to row number 5 has car 26. That is Trent Dunham. And number 20, Joshua Osborne. Next row down has number 2, Dylan Young, another multi-time winner this season so far. Dylan won this season at North Wilkesboro and Darlington. He's alongside the Martinsville winner, Jesse Turner, in number 97, the Sharpie Tools Ford. The Sharpie Markers Ford, I should say. Next row down has number 55, Quentin Moore in the Square D Chevrolet, and number 10, Matt McIntyre. Next row has Daniel Bouchard in number 33, and number 18, Nathan Ormond. Ormond won the season at Rockingham. Next row down has number 40, Phil Parker, who had a darn good car at Dover, only to crash middle of the race in that race. But Phil looks to vindicate himself here the rest of the season. He's flanked by number 43. That is Mike Becker in the Cheerios Betty Crocker Dodge. Next row down has number 38, Laura Chung, and 25, James Henry. Both had solid outings at Dover. Next row down has number 16, John Andrews, and number 48. That is Paul Minnick. Next row down has number 22, Dylan Poteet, who won the 600 at Charlotte and also won it at Atlanta. He's the third of the 3 multi-time winners so far. He's flanked by number 4, William Brock, who won at Bristol. Next row down has number 28, Kat Batson, and number 71, that is Gabby Conklin. Next row down has number 7, Alexander Rowe, and number 6, Ryan George. Then it's Cement Oscon, number 11, coming off of the top 15 run at Dover. He's flanked by number 15, that is Allison Rain. Next row down has number 31, that is James Sykes, and he's alongside number 44, Tito McCoy. Then it's number 19, that is Ryan Brommer, and number 12, Zach Winkle, alongside an Altel Dodge. Next row down, Ryan Butcher in 29, and Clint Buchanan number 1. Then it's Roberto Crown Jr. in 21, and Tito and Wes McCoy number 41, the Target Dodge. And starting shotgun is car number 8, Amanda Evans, and number 45, Christian Vargas. So there's your starting lineup for today's running of the Budweiser 400. As we were set for 40 cars were set for 12 laps of racing. In-car cameras today will be carried by Jessica Shelton, of course, our queen of the road. And other drivers carry cameras today will be Kyle Matthews in 42 and Charles Sanford in 24. Those will be our 3 in-car cameras in today's race here at Riverside Raceway. So with that all said, let's get the command to fire the engines for today's Budweiser 400. So the command has been given to fire the engines as the pace car leads the field down for the pace lap. We'll be back for the start of the race right after this. There you we see the field getting ready to hit turn number 9 here at Riverside. As we have about 9 turns on this course, and a very high-speed track it is too. Here, pace car ducks off on the pit road. Field being led in the hands of a couple of Chevrolets, Cole Deaver and Charles Sanford, as the green flag flies, and let's go racing at Riverside. And problems already. Joshua Osborne, Trent Dunham, and I forget who else spun right there in this bunch here, but somebody did not get going on the start here. Amanda Evans is in it, as well as Tito McCoy, or Wes McCoy, I should say, in the 41, and the one of Clint Buchanan. The yellow flag has flown for the first time here today, looks like. I think. Yep. And Christian Vargas, in number 45, has spun as well, too. So Charles Sanford is your leader right now. Second position is now belonging to Zachary Fitzwater. Cole Deaver, the pole sitter, did not get off to a good start. He is now third. Jessica Shelton fourth. And fifth is Keith Batson. They go into turn number 9 now here as Sanford comes down around to get the caution flag. But yeah, and Kyle Matthews, number 42. That was another car that looks like he got into trouble. As Sanford leads him back to the start-finish line here. Let's take a look again as to what happened on the very first lap. As Kyle tries to limp his car around the track, he's got a long way to go, and he also got tagged apparently too. Kyle and a few others and a host of others got off the track a little bit, and here's what started the whole thing. Seth Cole got off in the dirt right there. Trent Dunham drives right into Seth's car and drives Trent over into Joshua Osborne in number 20 and sent the entire field scattering. And I think the car in the middle, Quentin Moore, I think got off to a slow start himself as well too. There's Nathan Orman, Dylan Young, and several others. Everybody's got the brakes all locked up and are bunched up into a standstill, looks like. Oh, and there's the other thing here. McIntyre and Matthews up in the air too. Take a look at what happened there. There's Matthews in the 42, McIntyre in 99. Levi gets a run right there and just drives right into Matthews, looks like right here. Sends Matthews into a spin up the banking and into the wall and up and over. McIntyre kind of wall rid as well there, and Matthews rolls once over, and back on all four wheels he goes, but the damage done on the number 42 Haviland Dodge. And Matthews usually runs well here at Riverside. Well, looks like it's not going to be a cakewalk today for the number 42 team. On board with Kyle Matthews. And Matthews' slowly dying engine just barely is barely able to start. But he got hit by somebody else. I didn't see that part happening too. Somebody just up and just drove right into the back of Kyle Matthews' car for no reason, as his car was dying. Watch this. Yeah, Dana Bouchard got turned by Dylan Young, and that sent him in the back of Matthews' car. That's why Matthews got rear-ended big time. And Cement Oscon almost got turned by the 44 car of Tito McCoy. Take a look again as to what happened. We'll take a look at what happened to the back of the pack of cars as they tried to get woed up, and all of a sudden they spun as well too. And see everybody getting bunched up and everything, and what happened there. Everybody just drove right into each other. Looks like I don't know what's going on here, but probably just a glitch or something on the track, but I'm not sure. And that's why Buchanan and Amanda Evans all got into the grass right here. And here comes, and I think this is where Vargas is going to get turned in the 45 car. As he and Roberto Crown Jr. got into each other right there, and Roberto just turns the 45 car around and sends him into the sandy area here at Riverside Raceway. That's the thing. I forgot to mention. There's a ton of things that can happen on this track as far as action, who gets turned, or whatever else, but. And you see Vargas passing by the disabled car of Kyle Matthews. Meantime, green flag is back out. We're back underway here at Riverside Raceway. It is Charles Sanford leader. Second position is Zachary Fitzwater. Cole Devers third. Jessica Shelton fourth. And Keith Batson running in fifth position. And Levi McIntyre got turned again! And now everybody's going to get crashed as well too. And again, the S's claims yet a few more victims. Seth Cole, Joshua Osborne, and Paul Minnick gets turned by McIntyre. And Alexander Rowe got turned as well too by the 4 of William Brock. Dear God, what else can go wrong on this track? And there's the field coming down the long straightaway here as Sanford and several others head down to turn number 9 here. Cole Devers now taking second position away. Third is now Shelton. Then it's Batson and Fitzwater, the top 5 at this point, with Trent Dunham currently 6th. So caution number 2 has flown yet again. I tell you what, everybody's getting a little bit rambunctious through the S's here, and there's Kat Batson. Her car's stalled out, or it looks like it's crawling slowly. And we'll take a look as to what happened this time here. It's McIntyre and Jesse Turner this time that got into each other. Turns Turner right into the 5 car Seth Cole. There's where McIntyre slides up the track right into the wall he goes on the Winston Western 500 sign. Joshua Osborne, meantime, he got turned as well too, and then back down the track goes McIntyre. Quentin Moore and Paul Minnick both get into the respective cars of the 97 and 99 cars. John Andrews, he's about got turned to get when he was trying to get stopped. And we'll see who turned the 20 car around as well too. Going right to the S's portion of the racetrack here. Osborne battling with Matt McIntyre. There's where the initial cause of the yellow flag happened. Seth Cole came across the track right into Osborne and turns him around. And in the meantime, everybody's on the brakes trying to avoid hitting into each other here. There's where William Brock's going to turn the 7 car of Alexander Rowe around. And the 41 car, Wes McCoy, got turned as well too. And there's where Kat Batson got turned by the 48 car. Rowe got into the 11 car of Clement Oscon. And what is Paul Minnick doing to Kat Batson? Kat can't get her car to start back up, looks like, and she can't get her car to keep rolling. And yet Minnick is bulldozing her, trying to get her to go through turn number 6. Let's speed this whole thing up for you. And finally, Kat Batson gets out of the way, and she is through the... She tried to struggle her way through the S's, but to turn number 6. And it was an oil leak failure on the number 28 car that knocked her out of the race, as did, and of course also the 33 car of Dana Bouchard's out, and then the piston failure on the 42 of Kyle Matthews that has knocked him out of the Bud 400 at Riverside. Amanda Evans still on the racetrack right now, but she is 2 laps down. So the field is about to get set for the restart here on lap number 7, as we're almost halfway home here at Riverside Raceway. And I'm seeing only 6 cars line up behind the pace car, and everybody else, there's 7th place car, Nathan Orman. They better hurry up here to try to catch up to the field, because the pace car is going to duck off on the pit road this time by. It's Charles Sanford, Cole Deaver, Jessica Shelton, Keith Batson, Zachary Fitzwater, and Trent Dunham, the top 6. They come off turn number 9. Finally, Orman is caught up to the top 6 cars here, so 7 cars is going to restart this race along with everybody else. And the green flag is flying back out, and we're back underway at Riverside, lap number 7. Eighth place is Matt McIntyre, 9th is Dylan Young, and 10th is James Henry right now. And so those 3 try to pull a fast one on the rest of the field. And Jessica Shelton's crashed! Another crash has happened on the S's, as it has all day long. Allison Rain runs in the back of Mike Becker's car. He apparently crashed along with everybody else. Dylan Young is in it. Zachary Fitzwater, who was running top 5 all day, he's crashed apparently. Take a look again as to what happened. Jessica Shelton was running in 3rd when this all happened. She thought she was going to... Yeah, Keith Batson, her and Keith Batson got together, and Shelton in the wall. She flips over right there, and then look how high she goes. And Dylan Young gets into the Fitzwater car. There's James Henry. He crashes right into Dylan Young's car. There's Jesse Turner. And everybody else trying to get slowed up here. And Dylan Young now, meantime, he's he's trying to run James Henry into the sandy area, as Mike Becker got hit by the 4 car of William Brock, and Dylan Young got turned around as he and Batson and James Henry and several others get. There's Fitzwater in 32. He almost merges right in front of Dylan Poteet. Meantime, everybody else just checks out here. Charles Sanford again, letting back to the start finish line. I tell you what, Charles may have an easy win possibly if this keeps going this way. And no yellow flag flew. That's strange. No yellow flag came out. So another lap is completed. That is lap number 8 that came up on the board. We're now down to 4 laps to go here at Riverside. But Charles Sanford is now your leader of the race here, and he and Cole Deaver just flat has pulling away from everybody else. Trent Dunham is now 3rd. Nathan Ormond is in 4th. 5th is Matt McIntyre. 6th position right now is Jesse Turner. Let's see who's 7th. 7th is Seth Cole. 8th is William Brock. 9th now is John Andrews in the 16 car, and Joshua Osborne damaged up and always running in 10th position now in that number. And there's Poteet gets off in the grass right now as Mike Becker gets by him. Allison Rain and Tito McCoy in the 44 car. Well, this has been one wild and wacky Riverside race. I don't think I've ever remember seeing a race like this. There's the 5th place car, Matt McIntyre. He's damaged up in the back end. These cars are going to look like they all came out of Bristol instead of Riverside, looks like. Riding inside with Charles Samper. He's basically the only in-car camera car running right now. And amazingly enough, only 6 cars out of the race here. That's Quentin Moore, Levi McIntyre, Paul Minnick, Cat Batson, Daniel Bouchard, and Kyle Matthews. The rest of the cars, let's see, Keith Batson and the 32 car of Zachary Fitzwater's out of the race as well too. And 3 cars not on the lead lap. They're Dylan Young, Jessica Shelton, and Amanda Evans. And that's unusual to see Young and Shelton out on the river. So especially with Shelton, I had said at Dover, this is basically one of her playgrounds when it comes to racetracks on the Castrol GTX Cup Series circuit. But everybody's driving all balls to the walls here at this racetrack for sure. And as you see, Charles Samper now pedal to the metal as Cole Beaver tries to catch him. He's on the high side. Looks like a drag race about to happen on the backstretch here. As they head into turn number 8 here, speeds upwards of about over 180 miles an hour, 185 in the case of Charles Samper as he comes through turns number 9 now. Cole Beaver trying to close up on him now. It was 4,600 per second the last time by. As they come down for 2 laps to go, this completes lap number 10 of 12, and it's 4,700 per second now. So Cole lost about a hundred of a second that last time by. But if Charles should hold on and win this race here, it'll be his 2nd victory of the season. He won at Texas earlier this season. As he comes through the S's now, here comes Deaver trying to close up behind as well too in the 3 car. This is through turn number 6 here, and a battle for 3rd now going on between Trent Dunham and Nathan Ormond. And you usually don't consider Dunham a road racer himself too, but he's running pretty strong right now here at Riverside Raceway. Has stayed out of trouble for most of the time. And I tell you what, the straightaway seems to be where Charles Samper is outrunning Cole Beaver right now as they come up ahead as Alexander Rowe in the 7th car. He's in 29th position. Off turn number 9 he comes here. Charles Samper now sees the white flag. He has 1 lap remaining at Riverside Raceway. And more cars knocked out of race because of that crash that happened earlier on. We're going to go back to replays, by the way, too. Additional replays, actually, because of this crash here. We got a couple of in-car cameras we want to show you as well, too. View-wise here. But Batson, Fitzwater, and Shelton are now out of the race. And Dylan Young and Amanda Evans are still in it. But Charles Samper had about less than a second to work with now as far as the lead is concerned. But Deaver is still closing up a little bit. Trying to, at least. They head now for turn number 8. And I see it gives them a right and a left. And they come down the backstretch and watch that Chevrolet accelerate. Charles Samper, car number 24, the DuPont Chevrolet. Rounds through, heading now about ready to enter that 9th corner as they come down through, as he heads down for the checkered flag. As Samper will take the Jeff Gordon colors to the victory for the 2nd race this season here. He won at Texas. Now he adds Riverside to his list. Charles Samper wins the Budweiser 400 at Riverside Raceway. His 2nd victory of the season, and wins on his home track of home state of California. Cole Deaver comes home in 2nd position. Trent Dunham, a solid 3rd place run for him. Nathan Ormond will finish 4th, and Matt McIntyre will come home in 5th position. 6th place will go to Jesse Turner. There he comes across the checker flag right now. Seth Cole was 7th, 8th position. Battle for 8th. Give it to William Brock. He finishes 8th. 9th will go to John Andrews, and Mike Becker rounds out the top 10. He finishes in 10th position. Tito McCoy, strong day for him. He finishes 11th. Allison Rain 12th. Dylan Poteet 13th. Laura Chung 14th. 15th will go to Ryan George. James Sykes 16th. 17th will go to Ryan Brommer, Joshua Osborne 18th. 19th we go to Zach Winkle, and Roberto Crown Jr. rounds out the top 20. And Cole Deaver, well, thank goodness for him, that race wasn't 13 laps because he's got a problem with his good Chevrolet. That motor just did hold on for those 12 laps, didn't it? Dear gosh, what a bizarre race this was at Riverside Raceway. I will definitely say that. We've had some... Oh my gosh. So... I say we've had some bizarre races before at Riverside, but nothing this bizarre. Charles Samper wins here today, as we mentioned here. We gave you the top 20 already. 21st will go to Ryan Butcher, then Christian Vargas, Wes McCoy, Cement Oscon, Phil Parker, James Henry, Clint Buchanan, Gabby Conklin, and Alexander Rowe is the last car to finish on the lead lap in 29th. Dylan Young was 30th and Amanda Evans 31st in this race here. Rest of the finishing order: Keith Batson 32nd, Zachary Fitzwater 33rd, Jessica Shelton 34th after a bad crash she suffered in this race while running third. Quentin Moore 35th, 36th to Levi McIntyre, 37th Paul Minnick, 38th Cat Batson, 39th Daniel Bouchard, 40th will go to Kyle Matthews. Let's take a look at some of the replays that's happened overall. So for one of the replays here, let's take a ride on board with Jessica Shelton and see what her crash looked like from her in-car camera. This is not going to be pretty neither. And after that wreck happened, though, I still don't know why they didn't throw the caution flag when that wreck happened, by the way, like I said. But there was the finish of the race again right there. Charles Samper comes across the line to finish ahead of Cole Deaver to win the race here. And just like I said, a bizarre turn of events that happened here as you watch the rest of the cars finish this race here. And there was the battle that happened for 10th position that happened between Mike Becker and Wes McCoy, or Tito McCoy, I should say, as Tito tried to move the inside of Becker as it came off turn number 9, but Becker held him off for just that lap here. And Cole Deaver, again in the 3 car, he had, good thing for him, that race, as we mentioned, that race was 12 laps, and that track and that car just held up for a long time, but because on his cool down lap, though, the car just almost gave up on him as he tries to limp his way back on the pit road. But gave it everything he could to try to catch Charles Samper, but it was not enough to catch the man they call the California Crusher as he wins here today. So again, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NRS, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup series, which is the main series on this channel. There's also be sure to if you want in on his next season of the series, then be sure to get with Seth, and he will get you going on that. And also be sure to check out our other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline series, and give them a subscribe as well too. Those channels being X8675398588X, that's Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup series, and also another channel being Thrash Maniac 99, the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series, and that's Levi McIntyre's channel as well too. So be sure to give those 2 channels a sub, as well as this channel you're watching right here, for some good NNSCRA stuff. So that will do it here today at Riverside Raceway from a very bizarre Budweiser 400. This is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We will see you at Pocono.